Riku. Axel. Vincent. Sir Venom.
Yeah, we got back from outer space, took a rest, collected a shit ton of gold from some old guy that Riku kept pissing off, and got back here with Rudy, brought his super old son back to life with the power of love and the power of Sir Venom. And then Riku stole the letter, shared it with all of us, and we found out that he made a pact with not just a devil, but like the devil, capital D. Isn't Asmodeus like the king of all the devils?
I think that's
That is
pretty
correct.
accurate.
Or I keep saying devil. Are they demons or are they devils?
No, you got it right. They're devils. Devils and
Okay.
demons are distinctly different, but these are all devils.
So we found out that that Rudy made a pact with a devil to take out that little shit I use, which Sir Venom is pretty much on board with. And as the curtain rises, we see the group just staring slack-jawed at Rudolph after this new revelation.
Honestly, that's like a pretty damn good recap. The other things to mention would be that you now have more gold than you know what to do with, but you feel like things are on the up and up. You've returned Erasmus, son of Rudolf van Richten, back to life. Today you learned that the leader of Silvery Moon, Methramar Arasume, has not been heard from in several days. But it was moments ago that you learned that Rudolph had escaped Darkhan in the most shocking of ways, having signed a pact with Asmodeus himself. As you're standing there slack-jawed, looking around at each other, you hear the cock-a-doodle-doo of the magical doorbell announcing a visitor. A shiver crawls up your spines, and the hair on your arms stands on end.
Who
Sir
could it
Venom,
be?
you can feel your hallowed spell, in particular, taking effect.
I just kind of like give Rudolph like a dirty look, and I'm like, "Oh, boys, I think we might have a devilish guest come to call on us. I suggest we all put our pants back on and we head to the foyer."
Pants at a time like this.
Yeah, because we're all
Alright.
standing around completely nude
Oh,
right
right.
now.
At which point the door bursts open and the steam billows out. You see Morty being like, "What the hell? Put some clothes on. You guys have a visitor."
Like, we're in the steam room, Morty.
Who's here?
We're not supposed
don't
to have
know,
Who
clothes
is it,
on.
Mort?
Tiefling-looking guy. I don't know. He looks like he's maybe a lawyer or something. It's kind of strange.
Axel is
Lawyer.
totally in the buff. Just confidently walking through the hallways.
Yeah, Riku will place a towel around his waist.
Vincent doesn't wear any clothes anyway, so he's fine.
He's a turtle.
Yeah.
I grab the fancy bejeweled robe that I keep for such occasions, and I go to join.
We
Like,
assume,
Rudolph, Rudy,
yeah.
you're coming with us.
Oh yeah, he's coming with. And Erasmus will stay back here. Morty will just stay back here. Would you like me to place you up there as well, Sir Venom?
Yes.
Okay. As you step up, you can see none other than Victoro Castellanter, the individual who had tried to direct the killings of the masked lords of Waterdeep just a few weeks back. Standing at the doorway in the threshold, sort of hands behind his back, devilish wings held high, cane in hand, hoofed feet clopping softly as he shifts his weight on the wood outside your threshold. Commander Kant, hand on blade, looking at you all. Sir? Kind of looks at you all. A
Riku kinda-
visitor who says he cannot enter.
Yeah, Riku kind of waves off Commander Kent and is like, "Oh, don't worry about this guy.
Sir.
He seems weak."
Commander Kant stands away.
And Riku just sort of,
Do we have to go
leans in,
outside
is
then?
like, long time no see. What was your name? Dickbad
Victoro
Demon Lord?
Castellanter.
Ah,
Victoro
close enough.
Castellanter at your service.
Close
Am I
enough.
speaking to the owners of this abode? Shenanigans?
You might be. What's it to you?
Well, I seek the individuals who call themselves the Roosters, as well as a one Rudolf van Richten, sometimes known as Rictavio. Is he here? And he sort of like looking around and he goes, Ah, Rictavio. And he holds out a hand and you can see a scroll sort of like furl forth. He goes, By the pact of liberation and vengeance that you signed herein with Asmodeus, devil lord of the nine hells, the Archdevil's Right, section 5, first clause, Asmodeus reserves the right to aid or hinder Van Richten as he sees fit, for the Lord of Nine delights in games of temptation and despair. Do you agree to the terms still, sir? Van Richten sort of like steps out from behind you a little bit and he goes, I do. I don't have a choice otherwise. Steps back. Excellent. It is the benevolent Lord's wish to aid you. He would first like to remind you that you have 30 days left on. What the hell is that,
What
Sir
the
Venom?
fuck,
It's
man?
that's Sir Venom's fancy robe that he's wearing. Instead
right.
of walking out in the buff.
Okay.
This looks like one of my coworkers. Very odd.
Anyway,
What if it was? Um, the breeze shifts your dress apart slightly for Sir Venom, much to everyone's displeasure. And
It's not a dress, it is a luxury robe.
luxury robe, my apologies. And as he continues on describing what is about to happen, he says, Asmodeus would like to remind you that you have 30 days left for the pact to be completed. The move to place yourself within the Astral Sea was very smart, considering you're allowed to be placed anywhere upon the grant of freedom. It did not say that you had to be returned to the material plane. It simply said, you shall walk the material plane as your rightful home. So, Asmodeus applauds you. The placing of yourself in a location where time does not pass was an intelligent move. That said, you wasted time in Darkon. Several years, in fact. And so, you have not but 30 days left. And you can see, I would say Sir Venom and Vincent out of the corner of your eye. Axel, I don't think you have a high enough. I don't think you have a high enough passive perception. What's your passive, Axel?
17.
Yeah, not high enough. You can sort of see Rudolf van Richten like check the pocket watch that he had showed you guys, that thing that supposedly lets him move through time on some
Ah,
people momentarily, and place it back within his breast pocket. And then Riku, you hear him say behind you, understood, 30 days it is. Excellent. Well then, he would also like to let you know, and this may be hindrance, this may be aid, it's for you to figure out and understand. If you were to go to Silvery Moon right now, you would see an old, old friend. And heck, he might even be in trouble. Who knows? Maybe you could help save him.
Who are you talking
an
about?
old friend.
And he's saying it specifically to Rudolf van Richten. He's sort of like trying to look past you, Riku.
Vincent looks over at Rudy.
How many
like,
arms
sort
does this old friend of Rudy's happen to have?
Roll persuasion check if you would like to try to get
Did you
information.
say how
out of
many
Victor
arms?
Westminster.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
It's a very
that's what I said. 17.
Make an insight check.
So we'll know if we're gonna find Goro.
12.
He sort of cocks an eyebrow, but otherwise does not react.
Did anyone else
I
see
just,
that roll?
I look at him and I'm like, aha, you've told me everything I needed to know.
Yeah, they were pretty low. Can you not
Nice.
see him in the game
I,
log?
I see the Sir Venom rolls. I see him.
Yeah, my
I'm
big
not
old now
seeing
one.
shit.
It's like refresh,
I did. Still
refresh.
nothing.
Well,
Let me try to roll myself. See if
Game log. I got the survival.
what the hell?
They're your cache in cookies.
I already did that. That's why I wasn't seeing it to begin with.
So I just Google searched
I'm
down
just trying to
detector
find-
for D&D Beyond. It looks like it might actually be spiking. There might be
Oh,
some
no.
problems coming up.
Too many people play Sunday night.
Honestly, I actually wonder that sometimes. If like what their traffic must be like. My guess is that a lot of people play on Sunday nights.
test roll.
I
Oh,
see
I saw
Axel.
Axel's.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not.
yours came through.
The hell. None of my stuff that
I'm
normally
getting
rolls is
after-
rolling.
Hmm.
That is
Those are
very
cold
odd.
dice. I feel like that's the first time I'm seeing that.
So we have. How many days do we have left on our psychic resistance? Is it 20?
Yes, you have 20 days left.
And we got Rudy's got 30 days till he's got to turn himself in.
And he has
we kinda
30
fucked
days
him
to
by bringing
complete
him
the
home.
pact.
Yeah. Sounds like he's coming with
Yeah,
us.
The Silvery Moon?
This Castellan guy, I just told him he's got a friend
Oh,
there that he might be able to save. It would be a pretty shit move because we consider ourselves friends of his.
Yeah.
So if he was to just be like, "Nah, I'm good," plus we can
I
teleport
looked up
around,
to Rudy.
right? You look up. Can we?
I got a griffin because I wanted his saber-toothed tiger.
Are we allowed to like
I'm on
ask
the
him?
wrong account. Hold on.
Are we allowed to like ask him about like this
You
thing
cheating
now that
on
we
us,
know
Nico?
about it,
You got another account?
like the pact?
Yes, you are allowed to ask him about it.
Rudy, how long has this been a thing? Like, when did you make this deal?
He sort of looks to Victoria Castellan for Victoria Castellan goes, "Now that they know of the deal, you may speak of it." And he sort of nods and he says, in a moment of desperation nearly 5 years ago, well, I don't really understand how time has worked in certain ways, but, uh, a while ago, I signed this pact. I did not immediately leave Darkon. I didn't think it was appropriate to rush away in case there was anything else I could use there. In fact, the stores of knowledge in Aslan Rex's castle, well, I thought that they could prove useful in maybe helping me defeat Ayuz and remove him from wherever he is at this moment in time.
So it's been a thing this whole time we've known you.
No, sorry, you misunderstand me.
Oh, 5 years, year. Okay, time is confusing.
5
All right.
years his time.
Yeah. All right.
'Cause he's been gone for
Also,
like 15 years of his time.
all right. So you're not to blame for Chuckles over there and looks at Riku being a freakazoid.
Huh?
He looks at Riku surprisingly. What do you mean? What's wrong with my grandson?
Oh. I see.
You know,
No. That was my grandmother who made the pact, and
Look,
the curse got passed on to my mom and then me.
Riku, your family's fucked up. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it.
Lot of-
and that's not even getting my father and his side involved.
Seems like a nice guy. I don't know what you're talking about.
He is a nice guy, but I don't know about him sometimes.
Oh, wait, where were we in this 5-year timeline?
Morty speaks up and he goes, "He's the best goddamn fool I ever met."
So, oh fuck, how was
But-
it explained?
Sorry,
Oh yeah,
Vincent.
he's got like time travel abilities or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Did you
he's
ask
got
a
the
question,
watch.
Vincent?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out where did we fit in his timeline then. He made the deal after he met us.
Yeah. So it was you
Okay.
guys all met in Barovia. You came back
Yeah.
to the material plane with him. He
Yeah.
then got sucked into Darkon.
Yeah.
And then he was in Darkon for 15 years of his time, but only like a few weeks or a few months of your time.
And then he went to the astral sea for 30,000 years, or unbeknownst to us at the time. He was
Exactly.
cryogenically
Yeah.
frozen. Yeah.
Yeah. And
All
while
right.
he was
Well, that's weird.
cryogenically
Oh,
frozen, it didn't count. The timer wasn't working on his
right.
contract, which is why he went to the astral sea.
Right. And we kind of screwed him by bringing him back.
You
Like he could have
restarted the
just stayed
clock.
there for-
I think he'd probably have the clock restart with us is probably the best case scenario for him. You know,
Yeah, or he stays sleeping forever.
that doesn't sound good.
Okay. Well, good. All right. Vincent takes a look at this guy. Is this little devil? This is a devil guy.
It is. He's got
One of-
hooves for feet. He's almost like a tiefling, but with wings and a fire tail, and he's got like a demonic, infernal-looking cane. He holds
is
several
this not-
scrolls on his waist as well.
Yeah,
This
wasn't the
is,
castle lantern the people that like had their children missing or something?
Yep.
Am I misconstrued?
Yeah, we killed this guy. This is the guy
what
you
is
you brought his body through a sewer in the Waterdeep campaign. Somebody did.
I remember that.
Yeah, we killed him.
Yeah. Now he's a devil.
His wife
That
was
Rudy made a deal with his boss.
yes,
You got it right.
All right.
nice.
This
Just
guy's
putting it
just
all
a puppet
together.
for
Yeah,
Asmodeus.
Why don't you get out of here?
Well, he can't come in.
Toro?
That's for damn sure. Thanks to Sir Venom over there.
yeah. Make like a
That's
tree
right.
Um,
And
get out.
are we? And then Vincent would look back at Axel and like quietly be like,
Yes, it's real.
"We're gonna go after his boss later, right?"
Oh.
That's the deal.
Looks at the guy. No, we would
Okay.
I can
never.
hear you. He sort of like
Alright.
leans his head over. I can hear you.
Listen, Victoria.
Well,
Yeah.
Why don't you head back, and we'll see you soon with Rudy to fulfill that contract.
understood. And I must say, Roosters, if there's any ever time you wish to make a deal, all you have to do is say my name, Victoro Castellenter, or that of my master, Asmodeus. I'll be right there. He sort of smiles devilishly.
Riku looks him up and down and spits at his feet. Get out of
Hey,
here.
one more question before you leave.
Yes.
Do you know the Whispering One?
Make a persuasion check, Vincent.
He definitely does.
I feel like that should be the name we don't speak of at this point.
Vincent, you have psychic resistance.
Yeah.
As you say it, you will take half this damage. He winces as you say it and goes, "Do not speak that name." He can see that you took some pain from saying it.
Yeah, Vincent.
Well,
He sort of looks at you all.
now that the name's out in the open, do you know him? This
What do you call him?
this lad who speaks quietly.
We shall not say.
He looks at you, Sir Venom. Back to you, Vincent. If there's a deal to be made for information, I am all ears, gentlemen. If you're simply trying to draw from an empty well, then I shall take my leave.
No, I was just wondering if he was on
What is
your
the?
team.
What, do you know who
Well.
Aslan Rex is?
He sort of looks at you all. Should we write up a contract? What do you have to give? Asmodeus knows much, if not all. He's willing to make
Well,
a
I'm
deal.
just wondering if we attack he who shall not be named, would you be upset? That's all. I just want to know if he's part of your team.
He's not going to tell us for free until we
Alright,
sign one of
that's
those
fine.
contracts, Vincent.
Sort of looks at
Well,
you all, smiling devilishly and slyly.
What do you give me for this?
Yeah, but you have nothing to offer either. So
I
that's why
have
I'm
3
not-
cards of a deck of many things that have not been pulled.
He sort of
3
squints his eyes at you.
highly magical very, very powerful cards. Who knows what type of wonders you could receive from these cards?
He sort of looks at you. Make a persuasion check at advantage, Sir Venom. Or sorry, make a make a persuasion check at advantage.
Dirty 20.
Sort of squints his eyes momentarily, takes one of the scrolls that's attached to his belt off his hip, pulls it open just so that he can look at it and see it, closes it and says, "Your terms are acceptable. For all 3 cards, you shall receive 3 questions. No follow-ups. Word your questions carefully, and you shall hand over the cards with each question. No gimmicks, no tricks. The deal is a simple one. And I shall give you, to Asmodeus's greatest amount of knowledge, the answers that he has. The one caveat would be no questions directly inferencing the name Vincent here just said."
Okay. Why don't you give us a minute to put our heads together, come up with a few questions.
Well, do they have to all be done right now, or can we call upon you when we have a question to ask? So we have all 3, or is it like right now?
You may call upon me when you have a question to ask. I do not mind coming back to answer said questions. And he sort of
Sure,
says,
Venom.
"Those cards are well worth the trouble."
Get your own little genie now. Just use one now and save the other 2.
In our
Whoa.
mind's eye, Riku's says something along the lines of, "You should ask
Riku
about
says, "Do
Aslan
it."
Rex."
Who is that again?
It's the Dark Lord who left Darkon, and we're suspecting him as suspect number 1 to be the Whispered One, basically. The Foot Rodin.
Wouldn't that go against the terms of the contract, though?
Not if you call
What?
him something else, maybe. He just said like we couldn't say his name. I don't
He's-
know
he's-
what
It's
it
against
seems
the
like we just
terms
wanted
if we're
that.
right.
Bro.
Well, he said we can't say the Whispered One, but he didn't say anything about Aslan Rex. Not saying that name.
Don't even think that name. We're connected, man. You're gonna give us all psychic damage.
Yep. Seven points for each of you.
From now
I was
on,
literally pulling it up as he said it.
from now on, we will refer to him as Frank.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. We'll call him Voldemort.
Okay.
That's the stand-in.
I'll call him Big V. Big
Yeah, but
W.
how do we want to word the question about Aslan Rex?
You want to know where he is?
Well, you're the
How he
one
could
who's
be-
proposing this whole situation, so I'm going to leave that in your hands.
Do we say like what
Trust you,
is
Sir Venom.
what is Aslan Rex's relationship to like the dark obelisks, or do we want to know where he is so we can track him down ourselves?
Ideally, I'd like to know his weakness.
Location or weakness might be best because I can probably legend lore him and get some info
not hurt?
about him. Only if I legend lore about Voldemort.
Oh, okay. Well, if he is him, then there you go.
That would tell us one way or the other.
Oh, well, there you go.
You got 3
Maybe
cards.
you can figure it out without asking him. So yeah, ask him where he is.
Victoria Castlenter's picking his nails and he looks up at you. Yes.
All right, Monsieur Castellanter. First question would be, where can we find the Darkon native who we know as Aslan Rex?
And he hands out a hand.
And I hand him one of the cards.
And he doesn't look at it. It was not drawn in
Yeah,
purpose
so it doesn't
to
count,
use.
right?
And he keeps it face down and he holds it in his hand and then places it into a pocket, so it does not count. He looks at you and he says, "Where may you find the native of Darkon, Aslan Rex?"
Yes.
Aslan Rex no longer exists, neither in life nor in undeath. As an entity and creature, the remnants of his thin and decrepit soul are not even held in the nine hells. That which was supposed to become memory and sent to the Raven Queen, and he sort of nods at you in deference, has been obliterated, destroyed, disintegrated by none other than the lead Zulkir of the Thayan Wizards, Zas Tame, who has absorbed his memories instead.
Ooh.
Azalin Rex is no more. And because of this, Zas Tame has won the Thayan Civil War.
Put that name in the.
Yeah, I've heard of him. He's big into undead. My queen is not a fan.
Hmm.
He sort of smiles devilishly once more. I'm surprised if she would be, though what you speak is true. The two more cards. Any other questions?
I look around the group. Boys, Rudy,
Save him.
if you got a good question, I might be willing to give up a card for it.
Rudolph Van Richten says to you all, I do have a question. How can I? He says, I'm not asking you, and then he looks at Victoria Cancellazer. He looks at you all. I could ask how to kill Ayuz.
It's not a bad question.
Thought that sword was the
Yeah.
key for
Let
that.
me just rip his head off or something.
Wait, what sword? And he sort of looks at you, Riku.
In your contract.
So that's the confusing part. I don't have a sword.
Huh.
I think what's his name
Uh,
was carrying it.
Spencer looked at
Oh,
Riku's.
Casimir.
Yeah.
Oh. He sort of looks surprised at this. I've missed him. He was a good friend, but you think his blade is the blade that Victorio Castellenter put into the contract? And Castellenter's just like looking, filing his nails with a dagger. Sort of smiles devilishly at you all, neither
It fit the
confirming nor
description.
denying.
Might be at least worth investigating before we blow one of these cards. Let's keep that question on the back burner for now. I like where you're going with it. But we as a group have become very proficient at killing things.
Erasmus pipes up and he goes, "Where's Mom?" Rudolph sort of looks to him, surprised. Um, well, I wasn't able to find her book. I think, and he sort of glances at you, Sir Venom, and he glances back at Erasmus, and he goes, I think she went on to the Raven Queen and beyond, because he technically died before Aslan Rex was made king, even though he was ascending to the throne at that time. I wasn't able to understand why I wasn't able to find her soul within the library like yours, Erasmus. I'm sorry. And he goes, "No, it's okay, Dad." And he sort of steps back again.
I turn to Erasmus and be like, next time I commune with the Raven Queen, I'll ask her on your behalf. See if your mother's memories are some of the ones that she has.
Erasmus thanks you, And Victorio Castellanter looks up and he goes, "This is all very touching, but I must ask, do you have another question, or should I simply take my leave?"
I think we're good for now, Vic. But thanks for stopping by, and we'll give you a ring when we have another question, so you can come get some more of these super powerful, super magical cards.
He sort of goes, "Don't worry, I've got one safe here," and he taps his breast pocket. "Asmodeus above
I'll
all,"
look at it.
and he disappears.
Nice.
Did you say Asmodeus on top?
He did.
God damn it.
So you gonna come with us to Silvery whatever, Rudolph?
He's kind of looking at you all, and he goes, I, I don't feel like I have a lot of time to waste. How long do
30
you think
days
you're
is
going to be going to
plenty.
Yeah.
It probably won't
Silvery
take
Moon?
long.
So I was thinking, even if you didn't come, we were gonna. I think
We're gonna come help you.
Riku can fast travel, so we would zip over that Silvery Moon, do our thing, and then we can just. I think we can fast travel to Baldur's. I want to say there's a fast travel at Baldur's Gate, because we've done it
You do.
before, and then we can it's a short trip from Baldur's Gate to Elturel. So, I mean,
Morty
yeah.
pipes up and he goes, "It's about a 7-day journey by foot from Baldur's Gate to Elturel, is my understanding."
Yeah,
Guys, we got a
How long
spaceship
by
now.
Griffin?
Yeah. How
Morty.
fast is our spaceship?
70 feet, I think.
Yeah, 70 feet. So it's like double your speed, essentially. So you could
Oh,
make
sweet
the
day.
trip from Baldur's Gate to Elturel in half that time, but you'd have to get your ship from Neverwinter to Elturel. And would it be helpful to pull up a map?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have
Also,
'em planning
subject to the
that.
ship. What's the process of like changing a teleportation circle? Like if we wanted to just like tweak part of it so that it was a new one, so that whoever like put it there doesn't still know how to get onto our ship.
Ooh, yeah, change your phone number.
Make an Arcana check.
Can you lock them? Put a
19.
passcode on them?
You think with a 10 days worth of time, you could adjust the circle enough that it would cause somebody to need to roll on a table. So, like, if you look at teleport as a spell, I don't know if teleportation circle has this either, but I know teleport does. Where on the teleport table, basically, like teleporting to a permanent circle is you always do it. They would have to roll on the very familiar line on the teleport spell.
Okay. And they wouldn't be able to cast teleportation circle to get to it.
No, they would be using teleportation circle as a spell. They would just have to roll on that table.
Okay.
And to be fair, fellas, just to keep in mind, we we don't necessarily need to teleport to the circle in Baldur's Gate. If Rudy here has got past that, then he can give me an item on him, and then we could just teleport right to him. I assume, right?
Yeah, that would work, I believe.
So
Um,
just
The
another
real question
thought
is, do you want
in
to
the order
come
of
with us,
operations.
or do you want us to meet up with you? That is the question. Apparently,
Well-
you have a friend at Silvery Moon in Preble.
Yeah.
I don't really know who that would be, other than you said you think it could be Casimir, but you've not heard or seen from him in years either, right? Or I guess
No.
maybe however long
And
it's been for you.
the blade of his could be key, so we might need to go there. Like you might not even be able to fulfill your contract unless we go to Silver Moon first. If he's there waiting with the blade, you know.
I hadn't thought about that, but I don't feel like I have enough time to waste. He looks pretty torn.
Is he able to do teleport
All right,
circle?
so where's El Turel on this map?
South, near Baldur's Gate. It's like east of Baldur's Gate.
Right here.
Oh, Baldur's Gate.
It's the purple circle.
Oh, oh, I see it. The purple circle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And sorry, what
More
was the other
shenanigans.
question?
If Rudolph has a teleport circle spell,
He sort of blushes and he goes, "I do, and I have teleport at this point. Um,
oh, that's right. You're much older now.
15 years of basically doing nothing but studying magic in a insane lich's wizard tower will reveal quite a few things."
Ah, so you're like me. You're another. 'Cause he was a cleric, wasn't he?
He was. Roll an Arcana check on him. Actually, I'll allow this for both
Yeah.
Riku and for Sir Venom.
Yeah, because he's leveled up his game.
Oh, Tysies.
Um, yeah, that's a good enough. That's good enough. You both sort of like tap into the weave, and you basically like reach out to your magical powers, and it's almost like using a cantrip, but you can just feel the spark of magic on yourself to try to understand if he has a bunch of magical power. Um, he definitely seems like very magically attuned at this point. So much so that you can see the weave sort of like, you know how in the Matrix when like Neo is like viewing people that are in the Matrix and stuff and sort of like bends around them or bends around Neo, there's a
We
little
can
bit of
see
that
his
going.
aura.
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool. So you managed to figure out how to tap into the weave too, with your divine magic.
It's more than just the divine at this point, but yes.
Like, oh, yeah, I still need to kind of use a little bit of my divine magic to get into the weave, but I'm still learning, still figuring it out.
I've been weaving for some time now, Riku says.
It sort of laughs at this. Well, Erasmus, what do you think we should do? I will say the one thing that I understood to be true was, well, the penalty for failure. Any souls on or in the possession of Rudolf van Richten at the time the contract is complete shall be placed in the trial of souls, or turned directly into minions of Asmodeus as soldiers in the blood war at his discretion. What I don't
How many you
know,
got?
well, I believe that I have none on me, but what I don't understand is what Asmodeus might consider as in my possession. I had, and he puts a hand on Erasmus's shoulder, I had Erasmus's soul in my possession. I don't feel as if I have it any longer. But will Asmodeus see it the same? I don't know
Hey,
if I
that's a
can
good
risk it.
question for the. Well,
Yeah,
that's a
he's
good question. We could
a
find that
shifty
out pretty
motherfucker.
easily. I think we have a card that could tell us the answer to that pretty easily.
Wait, that's only if it comes to it. But hey, if we kill Ayuz, then it becomes a moot point.
Well, that was my thought as well.
Yeah, and who's I use? Have we met this man yet? Is it the guy we just fought?
No, Ayuz is the motherfucker who took
We've met him
Piccolo away from
a lot of times.
All right, I'd have to see his face.
He's
He
the
is-
son.
Ayuz?
Yeah.
I can bring it. I
He's
can show
all
you his face.
shit.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, he's a dick. He's the one who took little mushroom baby
He's
out of evil mushroom land.
yeah. They stole Natasha. We still don't know where she is.
This is Ayuz.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, let's go kill him.
He's got little
Not a
tiny
problem.
horns.
Yeah, we'll take care of him. Don't worry.
We could I don't know how quick of a learner Rictavio is, but we could have him take our airship to Elturel, and then when we're done in Silvery Moon, that gives us like two means of teleporting to him through teleportation or teleportation circle.
He actually looks at you. Sorry, so you want Rictavio, Rudolf van Richten, to take the
ship.
Spelljammer to where?
Elturel.
Wait, where Elturel? Isn't that where we think I use is?
Elturel.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna go to Silvery Moon and then
But-
teleport to our spaceship whenever we're done.
He kind of looks at you all and he goes, "Wait, you can teleport to the Spelljammer? That's actually a brilliant idea."
Yeah, there's a circle inside of it that we know of.
How is it easy to fly?
I mean, you were flying a different one, weren't you? You crashed it, but I assume you know how to fly now.
Don't crash
I
ours.
think I think I crashed it because I suddenly ended up there, but I think I understand it. You just use some magic for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can give
Okay,
you
why
a
not?
crash course.
Yeah, I think did Riku learn how to fly them too when we were with Captain Janeway or whatever her name was?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, you
Yeah.
all did.
Yeah, between the two of us, I think we can we should be able to teach it pretty quick.
Well, I think that sounds like an excellent plan. That way I begin to head towards Elturel. You can take care of whatever's happening in Silvery Moon, and then we all meet up together and make our way there. I think just for
Perfect.
reference, I've said that Neverwinter to Waterdeep is a 10-day by foot. Therefore, it would be 5 days by ship.
So then
So
a
let me
10-day
just-
altogether for them to basically get to Elturel, more or less, or a
that's
little
what I'm
bit
trying
more.
to figure out here.
And then how long would it take for us to get to Silvery Moon?
We can
if
just
we don't
teleport right
get-
there.
Yeah, take us
I'm-
about 5-10 seconds.
I'd be more comfortable having him fly off with the ship if we hired some goons to like go with him.
It'll take roughly like 13 days, is what I will say, by a ship. Maybe
We hire
12
some
if it was
crew?
like a direct.
Yeah.
Or what's our like our guard situation at Shenanigans like? Do we have any like trusted people that we could send with them?
Send Morty?
I think Commander can't. I was trying to like teach him to fight at one point. I don't know.
We were
Yeah.
talking about
I
getting a
went.
Suicide Squad thing going, but I don't know if that
Yeah.
ever happened.
So you do have a number of folk at your disposal. In particular, Commander Kant is available if you'd like to send his guys. I believe
Yeah.
that he's got 20 mercenaries basically.
Oh,
How
perfect.
about
How
this
much?
as well? The Lord's Alliance, their focus is Elturel as well. Do they expect us to do all the work? Why don't they? Why doesn't Rictavia sort of gather people as he's going by these various cities?
Ooh,
Um,
that's not a bad idea.
The one thing you know about Waterdeep and Neverwinter is that they have sent troops to the north, in particular up to Mirabar, to try to help out Silvery Moon.
Oh, okay. So they're
Yeah. If he's got
So there's
20
some troops
guys,
here.
I think sending 5 Commander Kant and 4 guys go with Rictavio. And like what would that cost us?
We can
That
always
would be
have
100,
Morty.
100 gold.
We can always have Morty hire some like street toughs in the meantime to replace them at Shenanigans.
Oh, we're always hiring goons. I want that like on the agenda. Always hiring. Like now we got the money for it. Like yeah, we need our own personal like militia. We're always hiring.
If you
the
would
Taz
like,
Guard
I
is our
will-
other militia.
Yeah, I'm willing to pay for it
Remember-
too. Like if that's gonna cost
That's
me.
what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to roll me a d20, I'll tell you the number of guys that you can hire with the d20,
Nice.
and then it's
D-
basically going
part-
to be like 50 gold per guy.
That was part of the deal with
Come on, 18.
with the Gold Dragon, was that we are like the pseudo guys in charge of the Neverwinter guards
Yes,
as well.
because also in
Yes.
Waterdeep, I'm trying to make connections with Alistair, who's in charge of the Thieves Guild down there. So I also want to get them involved in things. But yeah, so 18, sort of like 18 guys.
So 18 guys from Neverwinter.
Okay.
Roll another one for Waterdeep, and
Okay.
Riku, if you want to burn a spell slot just to communicate this to Alistair for everyone, I will
Sure.
let this happen.
3. We're off. We haven't made a really good connection with them. I mean, it's kind of like a shaky alliance.
Riku sending
actually-
to
Axel, you get to roll at advantage because you're
Oh.
from Waterdeep
Oh,
and
of
you're a
course.
mercenary.
Absolutely. Come on. 8. All right. 8's good. 8's good.
Okay. So
It's
you
a good
can put
start.
26 guys on this Spelljammer with Rudolph Van
Oh.
Richten, and he will pick them up along the way.
Sick. That's awesome.
Yeah, and depending on how good they do, maybe we'll
Of
retain
those
them,
26, how many of them are like superhero? Like,
Probably
which one
none
are
of
the
them.
crazy ones?
These are goons, man. These
I want-
aren't like.
Yeah, well, but there's always like one that's like really like a screw loose, but like in a good way.
They're like meat shields. Yeah.
They will have, and I will tell you the specifics actually. They will probably have, I think it's like the veteran statistic block. Let me check and I will tell you.
So it's gonna be like a skilled soldier.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like somewhere between like level 2 and level 3, I think.
So they're like guards. Think of it like that,
Yeah.
Vincent.
Yeah. But I was just like, is one of them gonna be like The Rock? You know, stands out.
Are they gonna be a
Yeah, so
terrible
this will
actor?
be the veteran stat block.
I mean, if you want someone to be the Rock, that would be Rudolph.
yeah, the main character.
Or,
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would those cut with that? So it was 100 per for that because
It would be 50 per.
50.
So
Okay.
26 is gonna end
So
up
1300.
being.
I think it's 1300.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And one last thing of bookkeeping I was thinking of, how long we haven't gotten our like how much we've made at the casino since we've been back. I think we came back from
Fair.
Chemelot, and I think it was like 10 grand or something. Yeah, I think
The juice is on the loose and it's all going in Morty's pocket. That's all we know.
it was like
Morty
yeah,
is
like 6 months and we made like
Sneaky
10
punk.
grand, but you know, it was-
I think it's been like roughly a month. Is
yeah,
that right?
We'll see. Yeah, what's he got for us for a month?
Please roll me a D100 and
Okay,
then a D4.
100. Okay, 73, big number, and a 4, 2. You know, 2's all right. So what? 200,000, 273,000 gold.
Nope. It's going to be 1,460 gold earned as
Oh.
shenanigans during that time.
1,460. All right. Well, we'll give the goons a bonus. Give them some lunch money or something.
All right.
Let's give it right to
You
them.
give
then.
them all that gold, basically.
Yeah.
Done and done.
And
Handing off
yeah.
that gold to Rudolph Van Richten, teaching him how to use the Spelljammer. What else would you guys like to do?
Before we leave town, I know we got some missions. Let's do a like a potion. Let's go around town looking for potions.
All right.
Healing
Make
potions.
an investigation check.
Yeah, looking for healing potions, potions
Yeah,
of speed.
We want
and-
Vincent's
the
gonna
big potions, though.
refill all of his arrows.
What was the roll?
You want
What was the
Investigation.
investigation? All right. I think
You want-
everybody should roll this. Probably.
we want the purple potions. We want the blue potions. Oh my god.
Oh, what are we? Are we all rolling?
I would assume yeah. I mean,
Sure, it looks like
yeah,
it.
Sir Venom surely would roll this. Damn.
I'm going to throw it out there. Axel, Sir Venom, the two of you sort of blank, and you're like, "Fuck, we don't know where to get potions now that Aurora's Realms is not in Neverwinter."
Yeah, because there's no like magic shop anymore.
Yeah.
That's right. Riku, you think you know of an alchemist. When you get there, it looks like they've gone out of business, and I guess that kind of makes sense considering the last time you knew that this alchemist was here was when you were a kid, before your dad moved the family to Waterdeep. Vincent, during your time as a sailor, there were one or two times you would have come into Neverwinter at port, and you think you crossed an alchemist, like a little shanty down by the docks, like a real podunk little shop. You go down to the docks looking for this, and you do end up finding what appears to be an old crone walking around trying to sell potions in dusty, dirty little vials. And she's got like a little cart and a big umbrella under the cart, and she goes, "Would you like a hair tonic, my dear?"
You got any health potions in there?
Oh, health potion. Oh, you do look like an adventurer. She sort
Potions
of
of
like
healing.
squints up at you. She appears to be an old dwarf woman. She has a solid, curly, scraggly beard on her, and her hair is a knotted mess. As she looks up at you, you can see the milkiness across her eyes, showing you that she's blind. But she cups an ear towards you. How many?
How much for the whole lot you got there?
Yeah, how many you got?
I
Just
have
her whole box.
six of these healing potions, and she holds up vials that make a. Tell me a check that you should make when inspecting
Insight.
these. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, good. Or perception. I could have done. I'm gonna
I mean,
reroll
they
that
look
though. Let me use
they
a
look
lucky
kind of
charge.
okay.
Lucky charge. Oh, it's even worse. Okay, never mind.
They don't look that different than what you would expect a healing potion to look like.
Yeah.
She hands them to you.
All right.
That will be 75 gold a piece. So, oh, I can't. And you can see her beginning to count on her fingers.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. How much for everything you got in your little bucket there? I'll take the whole thing. Buy you out.
All of it, the hair
It's a
tonics
good deal.
and
Yep.
the down under pills and you'll take all of it.
Yeah. How much?
500 gold.
Do
Do we really
do I need-
need
what do
hair
I figure that?
potions
Do you know
and
what
boner
snake?
pills though?
You know what snake oil is?
Listen, we're rich, and you're
Okay.
gonna get your healing potion, and Sir Venom is gonna get cool shit for his lab. He can look through it and play around with it. I do an insight check to see if that's like a good deal.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what.
considering it's like basically like
Oh,
a wheelbarrow full of like different concoctions. Yeah, you could be a good deal if you're not sure.
all right. And if it could be a good deal, then I would tell her, I'll give you 400, and give me the wheelbarrow.
Make a
Wheel it back to
persuasion
my hand.
check.
13.
450.
All right, deal.
Deal. As you hand over the bag of gold, clinking heavily, people along the docks now are looking at you strangely as you hand over 450 gold and begin wheeling this wheelbarrow full of stuff away. The old crone begins quickly moving away, leaning on her walking stick as quickly as possible, like using it, tapping it along the cobblestones to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, I got ripped off. It's all right. We're gonna bring it back to Sir Venom. He'll be happy.
Okay, you wheel it back to shenanigans. Go ahead and put 6 healing potions ? In your inventory,
Yeah,
Vincent.
that's for
And
you
then
guys take. No,
and
I'm
then
giving
Those
it
are
to
all
everybody.
yours.
I don't want.
roll
Oh,
2d100.
You don't want that shit.
Yeah, those are all you,
all right,
Vincent.
fine. All right, fine. I'll keep all this shit. Goddamn
Yeah, you just
Uh,
it. 77.
there are 77 random vials of concoction of some sort in this wheelbarrow. And if you want to look through them, I will use like ChatGPT to spin some stuff up.
yeah.
I was gonna give him the Sir Venom to put in his.
You just
his
bought like
lab.
6 vials of like horse cum and like goat blood or something.
What? Oh, they're healing potions.
Oh, she said
I,
some of them are boner pills
Yeah,
Vincent
I did
drank
catch that too.
for a long-lasting
I-
magical erection.
Yeah.
I pop the top and drink one in front of the boys.
Okay, hold on, just give me a moment.
What
I'm gonna have you.
happened to this session?
Well, I have low health, so I mean, I want to show you that it's just a regular healing potion.
Wait, do you pop one of the healing potions you got,
The
or
heal,
do
yeah,
you
the
pop?
healing potion question mark.
Okay. For that, so it is a healing potion. So go if you are injured, go ahead and roll a normal 2d4 plus 2. Yeah, you feel invigorated. It
4,
would
5,
heal
6.
6 hit points. That being said, it will also trigger a wild magic effect.
What does
Nice.
that mean?
Well, it means
Means you gotta roll, and then you find out.
You can't stop
roll
dancing.
a d100 for me.
A D100?
You might teleport out of here, Vincent.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. 22.
22 on a d100 table. For the next
Sounds like a
minute,
sweet spot.
so for in this instance, you feel like you use prestidigitation, right?
Yeah.
If
I
you
can
want to
understand
cast it, it only takes a bonus action to cast for the next minute instead of a full action. So you can like fire it off really quickly.
All right.
Hey, go clean the house,
Well.
Vincent, while you can.
All right. See, it's just they're
Whoa.
fine. Healing potion. I feel better.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. You should use those in battle and see what happens.
All right, fine.
And
So
for
I
the
got
rest of the
5
potions,
more
I
of
do
those.
have a table for it, and I didn't use ChatGPT. I actually found a table for it. So if you want to look through your potions, you roll me a 1d77 basically on Google and tell me what you get.
All right, let's. Oh wait, a what? A one?
For the mystery
A
potions.
D177?
Type in 1d77 on Google, and it should roll for us. I think.
Are you just gonna grab a random one? Is that what's happening, Vincent?
Oh, wait, like I'll roll a D77 die. Here it is. Go.
Yeah.
13.
13. As you look through the contents of the wheelbarrow, this one says rock hard for a few days on the vial.
Save that for the beach episode.
Yep. All right. And I want to
Stuffs that one
check
to
like
his
two
shirt
more.
pocket.
26.
26. This one says cure all. Cure-ALL.
You found the cure for
One
Alzheimer's.
more. One more. 40.
40. This one says gym rat on it.
Ooh.
And what was it? The
Axel might
first
like
one was
that one.
rock hard.
Yep, rock hard.
I think that one, and I think to myself, that one is gonna be like turned to stone or something. Can I? Does Vincent think there's any way he could use these potions? I guess yeah. Like, is there a way to put them on an arrow,
Oh shit.
Make.
like weaponized?
I would
Because
let
I'm a
you.
poisoner.
You
Could
could,
I
I know.
somehow like incorporate one
you
into a
could tie it
poison?
to
Like
the
it
end
turn someone to
and
stone?
think
Yeah,
of
but I think you have to
replacing the,
ingest it. It would be like an.
yeah,
I know, but I'm just.
I know, but wait a sec. Think of like replacing the pointy end of the arrow with just the potion and shooting someone's fucking mouth.
Or
Yeah, I
we've
do
got
have-
a tinkerer back at home. Maybe he can come up with some type of like hypodermic needle arrow.
I was wondering if I'm also a poisoner, so I'm wondering if I could try to incorporate it into a poison.
You can absolutely tip up to. You can tip 1d4 arrows with any of these vials if you would like. So because they come in varying amounts, you would roll the 1d4 and then you'd get that many arrows of it.
Okay.
Weaponized boner potion.
That can't be what it is.
I think it's turned to stone.
I will
That's
tell you right
my
now, it's not a boner potion.
That
It's turned
can't.
to stone. Rock hard. I think they would like turn to stone for X amount of time.
Petrified. Yeah.
That's my guess. That's my guess.
Oh, and then
That's the one I want to make. So I want to make at some point when we're doing that. I'm gonna do that one. Make
Yeah.
arrows with the rock. The rock.
well, then
You
combo
should write this stuff down.
combo that with Sir Venom's thing,
I
and he
put it in
can
the
just
chat.
like
That's my writing it down.
fuck with him.
Oh, with shape stone.
Yeah.
We could turn it into a boner potion.
I
Turn the stone, shape stone, give him a huge boner.
I hand the gym rat one to Axel and say, you might think this is cool.
Nice.
Okay.
And then cure all seems like a heal, so we'll keep that. And then I'm gonna try to tip. I'm gonna try to make a poison or whatever. Just tip with the rock hard one.
Roll 1d4.
D4.
Not bad.
So you,
I'm on-
you think there's enough in there to tip 2 arrows with this
Alright.
potion. If you want, instead, you can do what was suggested by the group, which would be to take the entire arrowhead off and like attach this to an arrowhead in its stead, which
Yeah.
may increase or amplify the effects of this shot.
So you could have 2 little ones or 1 big one, maybe. So it sounds like.
Correct.
2 little ones.
Okay. 2 little ones.
Put in the quiver. And make like and make the
Mark 'em.
feathers. I mark the feathers on the back. Um, brown turkey feathers. I find along the way.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys didn't get any heals, but ready to go. Want to teach our boy how to fly the thing, and then we'll take off the silvery moon.
Okay. You teach Rudolf and Richten and Erasmus how to guide the ship. Erasmus is actually, during his time of life, he actually was a wizard's apprentice, and he was training to become some sort of wizard. So he can also fly the ship if need be.
Perfect.
He and
Wait,
Rudolf
Rudy
and
can, like-
Richten. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say then, if shit happens, then Rudy can pop up top and start defending the ship while the other guy's flying.
Yeah, and in fact, they take your gold, as well as 18 crew members from Neverwinter, and they set off for Waterdeep, planning to pick up another 8. Everyone seems a little uncomfortable at the fact that this is a nautiloid, but they are also intrigued and interested to see where they're going. And one of the guys is like, "Oh, I've never been out of Neverwinter before." Is there
Roll
any
this
sort
is
of
not a-
interest?
it's
not a real nautiloid either, fellas. It's just dressed up as a nautiloid.
I would turn to Axel Turner Riku and ask that you give these gentlemen a speech on their way out.
Okay.
Give them some confidence.
All right, boys. Some of you have never left the city. Some of you have traveled far and wide. Know this: when you're with the roosters, everything will be all right. And
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Rudy here is, by extension, one of the roosters. So you're in good hands. And we will meet up with you once the battle is done in Silvery Moon. And together, we will vanquish this mushroom threat that has taken over El Terrell. And you too can be heroes of Faerun, just as we are. And perhaps your names will go on in history like ours.
Go ahead and give a performance check for that, Riku.
Start to think of a name for yourselves.
Whoa. Doesn't get better.
Probably the highest roll I've ever done.
Doesn't get better.
There is a large cheer from this group of individuals, and Rudolf and Richten and Erasmus sort of look at you and they go, "Blimey, even I'm inspired by that." Grandson,
Damn right.
be safe. Axel,
too, grandfather.
Venom, Vincent, you're good men. Be safe with whatever you find in Silvery Moon, and we'll see you on the ship. Wait, does the ship have a name? Sort of look at you all.
Flying Cock.
That is
No.
too
Oh,
blue.
yeah,
Too blue.
Rocinante.
What is it?
Rocinante?
What is that?
Yeah, type it.
I don't remember. Let's see. The Razi?
Sure, if that's what you guys would like.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Don Quixote's horse.
Oh, look at that. It is.
It's a pretty good name. All right. Rocinante it is. And they climb aboard the Rocinante, clapping each other on the back, saying, "We're going to get rich and famous on this vessel and voyage. Hell yeah." And like all these guys and women who are going on this trip for you, you can see that not only are they excited, they think that this is going to be the adventure of their lives because they've heard of the roosters and they've now been inspired by the roosters.
Nice. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
my hope is that I hope they all survive, but you know, the ones that do survive and then they get a good report, maybe they can get an actual name and their own portrait, and then they can you know.
Are you guys going to basically just teleport to Silvery Moon as the next step?
I would like for us to be all at like I know we only took like 7 damage, but the
Yeah, I can't cast any spells until I do a long rest.
oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
super I think we were just having a bath. I think like at the end of the last set we were like,
I think you had already, yeah. I think we can say you set them off on this voyage, you take a long rest, and you'll head out early the next morning.
Perfect.
sweet.
Yes, I like that.
All right.
All right.
Then
Clicking the button.
let's take a 10-minute break after he's long rested. I think Axel needs some time with his chili dogs, and everyone else needs to take a few minutes off. And I will warn you,
Oh.
We're getting warned. Uh-oh.
you are kicking off the rest of the campaign in some ways. I'm not saying this is a point of no return. What I am saying, though, is that the next segments of the campaign will kick off. You're level 14. We're going to level
We're in the
20.
end game.
Oh,
This is not exactly the end game, but like you're entering the final third of the campaign for sure. But I would also say it will be incredibly deadly and incredibly dangerous from here on out in a way that you should be prepared to flee at times if you have to.
Before we teleport to Silvery Moon, I have a couple
Uh-huh.
of buffs I want to bestow upon the party.
So just and we
Okay.
should recap what you know of Silvery Moon.
that
Drow
would be
have been
nice.
seen in the area. You know that Methramar Erasume, and I will show you his image just to show you what he looks like. He is the leader of Silvery Moon. He is Laeral Silverhand's son. And Laeral Silverhand used to be the Open Lord of Waterdeep once upon a time. Drow had been seen in the area. Raiding parties had come up as close as the city walls, so far as they had known, but they had not entered the city. They were supposedly attacking the dwarven settlement of Mirabar off to the west. The people had been called in from the farms into the city for their protection, and they were fortifying and preparing for some sort of drow assault, but they weren't entirely clear how big it would be or what form it would take. This is what Methramar Erasume looks like. He's real hunky and paladin-y looking, but he's probably also a mage based on who his mom was, considering that his mother was one of the his mother, Laeral Silverhand, is known as one of the, and this is like common Sword Coast knowledge, Laeral Silverhand is known as the Witch Queen of the North, sometimes the Lady Mage of Waterdeep, and she's one of the 7 sisters, supposed chosen of Mistra, the goddess of magic. So she and her sisters are heavily imbibed within the weave. Therefore, he is a byproduct of that on some level.
And to get there, it has to be me who cast the spell, right?
It is. And the location that you know for the teleportation circle would be within the city center.
Okay. Well, just so you guys know, that means I'm burning a 7th level spell to get us there. 'Cause that's all I have. I don't have a teleportation circle anymore. All I have is
Oh,
teleport. So now that means no more force cage on is off the table.
She-
Brandon would like tap his staff on the ground, be like, "Don't worry, we need a force cage. I got one ready to go."
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go.
I'm kind of curious. Let me see what else that staff does.
nice.
But as we're like going over our battle plans in the morning, Brandon would like step into the kitchen for a minute,
Okay.
and Riku would feel the weave intensifying and magic being woven, and he would come out with a bunch of servants with a feast fit for heroes.
Ooh,
Have-
okay.
You don't have force cage. You have wall of force.
Same thing.
It's not
Globe
the same.
invulnerability. I can just stick someone in a. I can turn like the wall of force into a globe, and just trap them in it.
Well, mine's 7th level, so it's more powerful.
Mine's 7th level, so it's better.
So are you going to give everyone a hero's feast around the table? Is that the idea?
I am Heroes Feast for breakfast, baby.
Wow.
What does that
All
do?
right. That is massive for you guys.
Yeah, because I
Uh,
think it's an expensive spell to cast, and I think I only had one of the bowls I needed.
I think that sounds right. I think you had a hard time finding what you needed, and so we
I
only
need
gave you
a
one.
bowl worth at least 1,000 gold. So
What are
once
the
we
benefits?
once we finish breakfast, it's a long breakfast. Takes us about an hour to eat it. Um,
Duration is instantaneous, it says. Are you looking at the legacy one?
yes.
Okay, cool.
Cured of all diseases and poison. Becomes immune to poison. Oh, and Riku, this is big for you. Immune to being frightened. Makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage, and everyone's hit point maximum increases by session inspiration by 12.
Pretty good.
Is this all until we
Above
lose
average.
it or a long rest?
For 24 hours.
24.
And he does not need to concentrate on it or anything, which is why it costs so much. So he's got that gem encrusted bowl that was 1,000 gold. So it burns that
Damn,
as he
12.
makes it.
And then once we're done eating, and be like, oh, and may the Raven Queen bless, and I like enunciate the word bless us in our upcoming endeavor, and I cast Power Word Fortify,
Holy shit, what is that?
giving each of us 30 temporary hit points.
Damn,
Whoa.
we're getting juiced up.
So 30 temp HP on top of the 12.
Yep.
I
Damn.
put that in my modifiers. That's the right way to
Yeah,
do
HP max modifier.
Nice.
Yeah, so 12 max HP modifier and then 30 temp HP.
Oh,
Holy
go.
shit.
Is-
Okay.
Hold up. Is Power Word Fortify only a new spell?
Ooh, I don't know.
Let me double check this. I think it's only a new spell. I will allow you to use it. I think that's fine.
Nice.
Dang.
There's only one version of it on my spell list, so it must be.
Yeah. And that's fine. I'll let you use it. So 30 temp HP to everyone. You can have that.
Okay. Nice.
I had to. I mean, that was my 7th and my 6th level spell slot, so those were big.
All right, so we're both
you-
burning some spells.
Can you do
You
that
have
every
no
day?
other 6th and 7th level spells left?
Nope.
Yeah, my 7th is gone. Once we
see.
teleport there.
Immunity. So immune to poison and fear. Was that the?
We should long rest when we get there.
No.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys would like to do? You've got those arrows prepped. Vincent, Axel, anything from you?
I guess at this point, I'm going to also poison tip 4 of them. My regular
Okay.
poison.
Okay.
And nothing from Axel. Although he
All right.
finds it hard to believe it's going to take him an hour to eat breakfast.
It's that
uh,
big.
you gather around the central circle within Shenanigans, taking one last look around. It's been your home. It's been your business. It's been good to you. You love the decor. You love the location. You love the folk coming in and out, playing games, the rolling of dice, the cracking of the card decks, the way that the ball rolls in the roulette wheel. You like the quiet of your personal, private sanctuaries. This has been home. This has been the place you always come back to. Take one last look around, and Riku, you burn the teleportation. And as you do so, you hear and feel the crack of the magic underneath as your feet leave the floor of Shenanigans and come down on, well, what at first appears to be stone. I will first reveal the area in which you land in the center circle. It is dark in a way that is unexpected. Riku, you're all sort of looking down at your feet as you first land, but it's dark in a way that's unexpected. It feels like night, but almost like a magical nighttime. It's strange. And as you glance up, you can see off in the distance what appears to be a light coming from the south. Riku, you know that to be the direction of the temple of the Morning Lord. But as you look upon the scene before you,
You
a
revealed
bloody mess litters the streets. You can see Drow killing guards as they attempt to move towards you and the teleportation circle. You hear steel ringing upon steel and look before you and see on a platform near the central life tree of Silvery Moon none other than Methramar Arasume in dire combat with several foes. And beyond that, well, you see an individual you recognize and a woman who looks oh so similar to him. None other than Casimir Velikov, sword in his one hand, darkness across his face, and, well, a person who could only be described as his sister. The likeness between the two of them similar in stature and nature and facial features. He glances towards you, holding out a hand, saying, "Halt all." You can see everyone sort of pauses and stops. The more you look across the scene, the more terrible it becomes. You see blood-splattered streets, and as he halts everyone, you see what appears to be individuals on all fours who had been drinking and lapping from the blood, pausing and stopping, looking up, their faces red, the sheen of said blood spilling off of their chins. Whatever massacre happened here, it was with the help of what are clearly vampire spawn, splattered
Oh shit!
in some mess. Amongst them, not fighting them, but aiding them, appear to be a large contingency of drow warriors. The few defenders left alive and Methramar, holding their blades at guard, look over in your direction, fear shock on his face, and the guards, weary and terrified. Casimir Velikov looks at you all and says, "Well, this is unexpected. Hello, roosters."
We heard you might be here.
Yes, is that you?
Take no more steps forward, he points, and Petrina begins to laugh.
Yeah, what's going on here, man? What happened? We got separated when the Raven Queen sent us all back, right? Like where'd you go?
Riku's starting to buff up. It's like pulling his sword out, clicking his heels and whatnot.
Cass looks at you all. I went home to Barovia. Sir Venom, where else? That's where your mistress sent me. And you can see Patrina throw an arm out in front of him because he's almost about to move forward. A smile across his face. What's your passive perceptions? Is everyone above 20 except for Axel?
I'm 21.
Same.
21. And Vincent, what's your passive?
23.
23. You can all see, except for Axel, small vampiric fangs that begin to grow out of his mouth as he smiles
Out
at
of
you.
Casimir?
Yes. I went home. Where else? What else could I do? That's where your mistress sent me. And the fangs grow longer, and you can see them form into none other than the vampires' incisors, ready to feast.
Wait, I thought Barovia was gone. I thought it disappeared after we killed that asshole and broke that pillar.
And Petrina, who had thrown her arm out across Casimir Velikov, steps forward a little and she says, "Oh, it was, but at the same time, a place like Barovia never leaves. When those who call it home return, the magic returns with it. You see, whatever dark powers cursed that land, whatever things created my brother anew, well, they clearly wished for us to continue on this journey. Because what would it be if we could not share the joy of Barovia with more?" She's sort of laughing. As you look at her, you realize that she has spider memorabilia woven into the fabric of her clothing. A large spider necklace at her chest. And as you look closely even, give me perception checks. Ooh,
Damn,
very good,
Vincent.
Vincent. Vincent and Riku, with the one or two small steps forward that she took, you can see the lacy interwoven weaves of webbing spreading out before her feet.
The fuck?
Cass looks at you and goes, "Do you know how long I was in Barovia again?" 90 years. At first there was nobody there. But then people began to wander out of the mists and take up the homes again. I returned to the Ember Temple before anyone else arrived. Because, well, I was home. The only home that I had known for so long. And nobody was there to stop me. There was no more fighting. There was no more Strahd von Zarovich. There was no more anything. And so I wanted to create something of my own. And so I went to the Ember Temple, and I went to those sarcophagi, and I touched the one that let me bring someone back to life. And he looks at his sister. And she looks at him, and she puts a hand on his shoulder. And it cost him everything. He became the thing he hated the most to save me. She sort of looks at him sadly. But that's okay. Because, well, now we have different goals.
Yeah,
So
but
why do you come here, roosters?
You saw what those things did to that Uriel fella. Why would you go fucking with him?
Because you wouldn't help me. Because Rudolf van Richten wouldn't help me. Nobody would help me get what I wanted, and that was to bring my sister back. From the clutches of your mistress, if I might add, he says, pointing and looking at you, Sir Venom.
I tell him well, I've been trying to bring people back, but there's some type of entity that blocks us from talking about them. That's like sucking up people's souls, and it's not letting any reviving magic take place. Any true reviving magic, I might add, kind of giving a side eye to Patrina.
Give a persuasion check at disadvantage based on that last comment.
Ugh. So instead of a
He
20,
sort of
it's
looks at he looks at you. But she's alive. Why would I believe a word of what you just said? Rudolf Van Richten never helped me. I'm not sure he ever wanted to help me. Let me guess. He's still searching for a way to bring back his son?
Nope. We helped him, and my uncle's back. We would have helped you too if you didn't fuck around, and now you're gonna find out. Riku says and aims his sword, like points his sword at him.
Rudolph was stuck in some weird like spaceship type thingy for 15 years or 30,000 years. We don't even know.
Sort of like looking at you all. Riku, go ahead and make a persuasion check, just a flat one.
I'm on fire.
He looks at you. It feels like you speak truth, and yet what you say is so hard to believe.
It's true.
He sort
We
of
can
reason
prove
why.
it.
He sort of hesitates for a moment, and then Patrina looks back and she goes, "Grab the High Lord," and the drow behind her begin to fight once again, and turns back to you. What'll it be, roosters?
And I'd
Well-
cast thaumaturgy, and I'd yell out, keep your hands off that High Lord."
And we're gonna
I'm
need
thinking-
that sword.
What's
Riku,
do we know what this
Points
yellow
at, points at
circle is?
Kaz.
Like, why is the yellow
That's
circle?
that's me. That's because of the light from my blade. If these vampires enter
okay.
this light, they get hurt.
All right, cool. We're doing it.
Cass looks at you one last time and goes, "Sorry, it has to be that way. But damn, this is gonna be tasty." Go ahead and roll initiative.
I wish I knew we were fighting vampires. Ugh. Oh, 6. Ugh. I could
There's
have
no.
attuned
How
her.
does a 10? What? My 10's good.
Let's see. 10 in this instance is okay, but not good enough.
Come at me, bro. Come in my circle. See what happens.
He is going to. He's going to immediately rush in. What does happen?
The sword's luminous blade emits bright light. So whatever happens when they're in bright light, pretty sure they do. It does like damage.
Isn't it like
He will take
sunlight,
20
technically?
Yeah,
points of
it's-
damage.
Yeah, it's sunlight.
So he takes 20 points of sunlight damage immediately from it. As he steps in, you can see his skin beginning to burn off. He will not regenerate at the start of this turn, this next turn, while he's in the light. He will rush in at you and take several swipes at the 3 of you, because I think he's going to be able to reach Vincent as well by the looks of it.
Oh,
He
and
will.
I'm assuming he's undead, right?
He is undead. Yep.
Oh, he's at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay. He will use his sword, and this first one is at Sir Venom.
Oh, damn, a
Did I roll?
33?
I think I rolled at advantage. Sorry, so
Yeah,
it
you
should be a
did that
17.
wrong.
So that's going to be a miss. The one at Riku is going to be a natural 1. Let me make a dexterity saving throw to just see if he flubs his sword. He drops his sword. And as he drops his sword, he leaps at Vincent up on the railing, and he will attempt to bite you at disadvantage for 21. So he will
Oh,
bite you by the looks of it, and that is going to do 13 points of damage plus 16 points of necrotic. And your hit point maximum is reduced by 16 points. Now, in this instance, that just means those temp HP like basically go away. So it doesn't actually mean anything in this instance for you.
it doesn't mess with my max HP.
Not in this instance. If you didn't have temporary hit points, it would have.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Wow. Humongous
Um,
I'm down
survival.
to 1. I got 1 temp HP.
He will also. Oh wow, you guys prepared pretty well for this one actually. He will give Axel a glance and use his menacing glare. He will attempt to target you for a DC 23 Wisdom saving throw, but it's the frightened condition, so like you just shrug it off and you're immune to it.
Nice.
So his menacing glare is going to fail. That will be his turn. The guards continue to battle. I'm just going to make one roll for them just to see like how they're doing here. They're struggling. They're really doing pretty poorly. And that brings us to Methramar. Methramar is going to, oh gosh, what does he do here? He will attempt to slay one of the drow who he's fighting with. And you can see that his armor is blood splattered. He looks pretty hurt. He looks pretty roughed up. But he's going to attempt to kill one of the drow that he's fighting. This is going to have a +5 to it. This will hit. He's going to do at least 15 points of damage here. He gets a +5 to this. Okay, and he does not kill it. But in the same motion, he's going to, let's think. He's going to try and run past these guys and then leap across. So he will take some hits from these folks. Let's just see if he's going to die in the process, basically. That's going to be a miss.
Is it possible to get like a green circle around the friendlies?
Yes. Yeah, I can totally do that. I'll just give him the blessed token.
All right, cool, yeah.
As they should be.
There's not a lot of them left alive.
Just so we know if we're doing any attacks. We don't know.
AoE.
Yeah.
Several of those guys missed on him. Let me make one last check. This one's going to hit. He's going to take, let's see. He's going to take some damage as he runs by one of these drow. And he is going to make a leap. Natural 20. He leaps across. This section is technically higher up than this section. So he's able to leap that distance pretty well. And he will enter the fray and yelling to you, "Get out of here! Go back to wherever you came from! Tell the Lord's Alliance!" And he will end his turn there. All the drow are going to begin to take their turns. Let's see.
We're here to save you, Riku says.
For anyone. This one's going to attack him. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all jacked up on the crank, Sir Venom putting our breakfast.
Jacked up on the crank. Okay, yeah. So that guard is going to be dead. I'm actually going to kill these guards. 2 of these guards are going down. And then these guys, a bunch of them are moving in. I'm just going to move a few up. All right. The vampire spawn will begin to move up to here, here. They're going to begin sprinting up towards you guys because they were feasting on the corpses of folks. I'm going to move here. Any more? Not this one. Already. This one will leap across and begin to do the same. I think that's probably good. Riku, what would you like to do?
I would look to Kaz and say, "How could you?" And then start swinging my sword. Well, actually,
Tell me to call up the army.
he's not. I'll cast haste on myself, And so I have +2 to my AC currently. And then I'm going to be able to swing my sword just once because I cast a spell. Hopefully I hit. Well, hold on a sec before I do that. If I, where is he? Am I able to get behind him?
He's like he's actually standing up on the railing, so you are able to flank him if you would like.
I'm going to get right here.
He's
And,
glaring at Axel.
And now that bitch is in my light below as well. So she's gonna, if she's a vampire, she'll take some damage or undead.
He's not a vampire.
And so now I have advantage on this swang. Let's see. So deuce good enough?
It is not. He's too fast for that.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that's not good.
Mega AC. Is that what he?
He's got a 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh damn, that's
I'm
almost
at
as high as mine.
I'm at 19 AC currently, but then I will let's see. I'm gonna turn to my boy Axel and say, "Finish this fucker off. You're bardically inspired."
Nice.
So that's both actions, bonus action, and a little bit of movement.
I think his sword is on the ground.
What am I supposed
Vincent's
to do?
going in for it.
Kick it away. Don't
I
touch
got
it. Don't touch it. It's
Um,
cursed.
Oh Jesus!
Am I able to do that without
Any
expending any
chance?
sort of? Can I use movement to do that to like kick his sword away?
Yeah, I would let you do that.
All right. Yeah, Riku would kick his sword, sort of
Just give
in
me a
this direction.
strength check.
Okay. Strength.
Pretty good. So his sword goes to here at this point.
Okay. And I'd say
Full turn?
keep his sword away from him.
I can't
Okay.
pick it up.
There's a few more drow making attacks. Ooh, these guards might go down actually. Yep. Oh, they actually are still up. Vincent, what would you like to do as it comes around to you?
Well, I was gonna pick up the sword, but doesn't seem like that's a good idea anymore.
It's a cursed blade.
What does that mean?
I think
The curse might only
pick it
be
up if you
something
want,
to be
man.
like.
sometimes I know we've encountered cursed
Well, we have
swords
to
in the
bring it with us.
past, and there's a chance you might not want to put it down if you pick it up.
But you'll
But
make
that
me
also
give it
might
to...
be only if he attunes to it,
Yeah.
or it might
Oh,
not be.
I'm sorry, Riku. I fucked up. His AC is actually only 18.
Oh,
So if you want to roll damage, please go ahead and do so. That's my bad. I
I-
looked at his CR, not his AC.
That's
I
a
will
much more
do
manageable
so.
number.
So since he's a vampy boy, he's gonna get that. Well, so you're not inspired anymore, Axel. Sorry. And he's gonna
Yikes.
get
Doesn't matter.
one of those, and then one of those.
Okay.
So the 3 is fire damage, and the rest is radiant.
Okay.
I got
He
a,
will take all of that.
and then the D10 is for my AC, so that means I'm at 27 AC.
Okay. Pretty good. So
Damn.
he's gonna take 25 points of damage. Okay. So go ahead, Vincent. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry. I moved your circle. Riku.
Control
Fix
Z.
that. Control.
There you go.
Bingo, bango. All right.
Hit him with the boner arrow.
I just locked it, so nobody
Oh.
should be able to move it.
Okay.
Well, I'm either gonna try to charge up my bow by shooting some vampires, or I was gonna. I guess we gotta. Do we have to kill Kaz? I thought we were gonna. I don't know. What's wrong, Kaz? Why are you attacking us? Call off your army.
And he looks at you and he goes, "Don't understand, Vincent." And as you make an insight check, actually, Vincent, as he says this to you,
Insight. I can do that.
you almost hear you for like a moment. You feel like you can hear the voice of Strahd von Zarovich slipping through Cass's voice. Some of the twitches of the facial muscles reminiscent of Strahd, and yet it's definitely Cass in front of you, and you sort of feel what has happened to him, that he's given up everything to get his sister back, and that whatever he gave up and took on has seriously corrupted him in the process.
Right. We gotta put him down, boys. All right. Vincent's gonna what is this DA mean down here?
Those are Drow assassins.
Draw assassins. And
So I've
then
got Drow captains, Drow like typical Drow warriors, and then Drow assassins.
Did you take the thing where you can shoot up close, or is that not yet?
Yeah, I do have that. I can shoot Kaz. But I was
Well,
gonna
shoot,
like
do
try to
whatever you want.
No, I know. I was just I don't know if I should charge up my bow. I don't have it. It's not charged up. And
That,
then hit Kaz or just. But no. All right. I'll try to defeat Kaz a little bit. Although I really want that sword. Is that an action to pick up a sword? Bonus action.
I would let you use a bonus action to pick up that sword.
I,
Then
oof.
I'll
You
I'll
would
attack
also
with
have
it.
to move into the square though to be able to pick it up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna shoot Kaz a little bit.
Okay.
Couple shots at him. We gotta do some damage. This is all with the sharpshooter. I crit anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
30 points of damage.
Yep. And 20. You said he was an 18.
Are you using sharpshooter?
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry, yeah, 15.
Yeah, that's a miss.
So I'm gonna redirect it.
Okay.
Then I can't pick up the sword. You're lucky, Axel. All right. I'll use. I don't know. Maybe it's not a bonus action. What is it? Either way. No, it is a bonus action. Okay, I'll use it. I'm gonna redirect it at the Drow assassin down there next to Melithar. So that would be a 21. Oh, 21 minus 5 on them.
On which Drow in particular?
The Drow assassin. The one you do it.
This one?
This one, the one next to Melithar. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, 16. Does that hit him?
It does.
So 23 damage.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d4 on top of that. I just want to see something.
Yeah. 4.
Okay, they are dead. And
Oh.
I'm treating a lot of these as basically as minion rules. So that one in particular is dead. The Drow assassins and the Drow act as minion rules. The Drow captains and the vampire spawn do not.
So the Drow assassins and who? What was the other one?
The Drow assassins and the Drow.
And the
So
drow.
there's like
Okay.
regular drow down here as well.
Okay. Yeah.
So the
Oh, I
regular
see.
drow, they and it's basically like they can hit pretty hard, but like you can kill them with certain amounts of hit points pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
Do those
Nice.
charge my bow? Those death?
They do, yes.
Excellent. Then I'll go after Kaz for one more. Just to
Okay.
really send home the message. Oh, gonna miss.
Yeah, that's a miss.
All right. And then I'm going to go over to the sword and stand over it protectively.
Okay. Kaz will, as a bonus action, now that he doesn't have, or sorry, as a legendary action, because he doesn't have his sword in hand, he will summon a specter. He will summon a Phil Specter.
This is
And
spell.
nope, it's just it's a legendary reaction.
Okay.
And he will put it right here next to you both. Let me edit the initiative because I didn't realize he could do this. But we are going to come to, I think it's Sir Venom's turn. Let me just double check that. And let me
Already?
roll
I rolled
initiative.
real low on initiative.
Did you?
We all did.
We all did.
Axel's turn. Sorry, I knew that it was a player character. Exit.
Okay.
Would you like to do?
Well, would it be possible as like a free action to do like a history check on that sword? Because I know we've seen it before.
Yes.
So I want to see.
Yeah, I'll give it to you for mostly for free, but depending on what you get on the history check, it'll give you
Yeah.
more
I just
information or
wanna.
not.
Okay. Okay.
It's pretty
15.
good actually. The first and foremost, you remember that it was held by Strad von Zarovich's chamberlain, so like the master of the guy who ran all of his affairs, basically, Rahadin, and that Rahadin was a butcher for Strad. He killed hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals by himself, and that he single-handedly killed all the women and children of the Dusk Elf tribe that Cass and Patrina belonged to. And so when the sword is held, you can theoretically hear the screams of all those he has killed ricocheting through your mind.
Do we still think this is the sword of the contract?
So funny enough, it fits based on what you read. So it is a weapon of black iron, capable of wounding. You don't know if it can wound Ayuz or not, but you do believe that it's capable of wounding many, many folks, and you know that it is, I don't know, pretty powerful.
Nice. All right. Axel's going to crack his knuckles and rage. Bet you
Okay.
didn't see that coming. As a bonus action raging.
What is rage? How do you use that?
And then all right. So I got this ghost. I see what you do with the ghost. You gonna make me choose to attack the ghost or Casimir? I'm gonna look at the ghost. I'm gonna say I ain't afraid of you. And I will let it.
You ain't afraid of no ghosts?
Yeah, because I know we got that frightened immunity, and I'm raging, and I got all this. I'm got all this HP. I mean, if he wants to take a little bit of it, go for it.
Just stroll on by casually.
I don't know what square. So I have a question. What square is everybody in? Because I guess that kind of. Because Casimir's on like in the middle of like 4 of them, so I just wanted to.
On the corner.
Yeah, he's like on the this
Okay, so
railing
that's
right
kind
here,
of scooch
basically.
in here.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Then I think does that. I guess I'm still in range of the ghost. Does he not? Does he get the attack
He
of
does
opportunity?
not. He does not get an attack of opportunity on you.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking to just do damage on as we're just gonna try to max out our damage on this guy and um great weapon reckless on Casimir. Casimir the dumbass. 20,
That is a hit.
just barely. For so +2, so 25, and then sneak attack, and this is where he's gonna do some kind of legendary action and make all my damage go away. 11,
Nope,
so
he
36.
takes it all.
Okay. And
You
then
tank that.
the second attack is the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, plus
That's a hit.
the damage. 27.
27 damage. Okay. And he's just tanking these hits. I mean, you can see gashes form on his body as the skin begins to burn in the bright light. He's a regular Strahd von Zarevich, if you ever saw one, frankly. And in fact, as you look at him, you can see some of the similar tactics that you've seen before.
Yeah, part of me wanted to like keep him pinned down in this circle so he can't like heal or nothing, but then he's probably just do some kind of teleport maneuver. So, I'll end my turn here. Just pissed off.
Okay.
Looking how mad at look at the way he's holding that sword. Just got it in his little
Yeah,
armpit.
AI was being real difficult about it.
Yeah.
Sir Venom, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Man, with the Staff of Power, I have so many options now. Do I want to nuke a bunch of guys, or do I want to put cast and time out?
Should focus on Kaz.
How much do you have any like single target damage, or is a lot of your stuff just like AoE like crowd control?
It's all AoE, but I do have Wall of Force, which can be used to like completely take Cass out of the fight for up to 10 minutes.
Riku doesn't believe you.
Unless he can teleport.
But I believe in you.
Yeah.
Most things can teleport, but what I was gonna say is that the main objectives are to either kill him or save him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's maybe do some AoE.
Yeah. This cluster right here, so you just like
So I've
not
got
hit him.
lightning bolt, which is 100 feet in a straight line. Which could take out. I don't want to hit that guard.
How wide is it?
It's only 5 feet wide.
Be a square.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to hit very many. So I'll probably do a fireball
Okay.
and try
And
to
let me
do it
grab.
so that I can like the edge goes right up to Methramar, like singes his eyebrows a little bit, but doesn't hit him.
All right.
Damn,
So
is
you
that the
want it
size
like?
of fireball?
It's
Yeah.
huge.
Move it around so you can put it where you want.
Pretty sure that's about it.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I want to hit the main bitch.
It looks right. It would be double my circle, so that looks right.
Big.
And they can like. So if I do it there.
If you do it
don't-
there, I
don't
will
wanna-
say
don't
that
wanna
it
hit
doesn't
guard.
hit the guard and it doesn't hit Methramar.
Okay. It looks like I won't hit this one though.
Yeah, that one will be
Fine.
spared technically.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll hit this whole group.
Yep.
These two, this one, and this one.
And how are you casting it? With the staff?
With the staff. So I thrust my staff high up in the air. And I call out Mistra, guide to the Raven Queen's divine fury. And I
And
cast Fireball at 5th level.
Okay, as it begins to go off, you see Katrina Velikov lift a hand, and spiders fly out from under her dress and wrap around your. Actually, let me roll for her. She needs to make a roll for this because she's casting counterspell only at 3rd level. So let me give
Oh
you
shit,
a.
Riku, counterspell or counterspell?
That's not how it works.
Isn't it? Can't you counterspell a counterspell?
You can.
I think we're okay.
She will give a. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, here we go. So this is it's gonna be a fail. So she
Yeah,
needed
fuck
it to be
you.
a 15.
Burned
So
a
okay,
spell for nothing.
but that was her legendary action that she used, not her counter spell. So she still has counter spell if she wanted to, or her reaction, I should say. But okay, go ahead and roll damage.
All right, so they
And
have to
she
beat a dex of 19 or take 26 damage. A lot of
she
low
will
rolls.
use. Oh, she does not have legendary resistance. That's interesting.
And can I make some type of roll for Sir Venom to be able to pick up on the what appears to be very clear Lolth imagery?
You would. I mean, if you picked it up, is what I would
Okay.
say. Yeah. I'm just gonna drop some dead tokens on. Ooh, you've got some pretty tough guys there, actually. So I don't think very many of them are going to have to die by the looks of it. Let me make some rolls for the house captains.
That's
They
good though. You soften
succeeded,
them up.
so they're only going to take half damage. That'll be 13 for the house captains. The vampire spawns. Let's make their saving throw. Ooh, again, they're gonna save, so they're
Oh,
only going to take half
bastards.
damage. But yeah, they do take some damage, basically.
Vampires are fast.
Fucking vampires. And then I'll give Kaz a wide berth, and I'd run over to where Vincent's guarding the sword, and I'd use my bonus action to reach down and pick it up, and just like sling it across my back.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Don't we have something for that with the Heroes Feast?
At advantage. At
At
advantage.
advantage. Will 32 do it?
A 32 will do it. You hear Uthro Din, Uthro Din over and over and over as you pick it up. But because you already have half damage on psychic, you will only take half of half. That's going to be pretty minimal. Just give me a moment here while I place some 13s on these vampire spawns. It is going to be. So divide this by 4, 7 points of damage.
Ouch.
Is that
I'd
your
yell
full
out.
turn?
And then I just like yell over to Cass and be like, "Come on, man, you gotta start thinking straight. That's not your sister. That's Lolth. Just look at all the spider shit she's got. She's
Okay.
using you."
I'm just going to get rid of the fireball. Full turn? All good?
Full turn. Action and bonus action.
She'll look at you as she steps out of the flames. And actually, she shies back from the sunlight herself as a drow. And she will say, "Fool, I am actually his sister." And she will try to cast banishment on you.
Oh no.
So I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
Uh-oh. 14.
That is a fail.
Oh no.
So her DC spell save is 20.
Damn.
Is there anything you can do to unfuck that?
Counter.
Can I
Uh,
counter spell?
Yes, you can.
Okay. What
Uh,
what level spell is that? Does she cast?
You don't know, is what I would
Okay.
say.
And,
I would
what
whisper
else?
to Riku, be like, "Oh no, she hit me with a 4th level spell!" Ah.
What do
Yeah,
I
if you
have
want
to
to,
roll?
so if you roll, it's you got to get a 14 or above, and you use your charisma modifier and your proficiency bonus. So it would be your roll plus, I don't know, what is that going to be, 5 and 5 or something? So 10.
Okay. So a D20.
Yep.
So 18.
That is high enough. You break her spell.
Oof.
Perfect.
Thanks, Riku.
I got your back.
I was gonna say maybe you guys are gonna have to go to Shadowfell to get your friend back.
Yeah, so Venom like
Um,
looks pensive. He's like, "Would I have been banished to like the Raven Queen's realm, since that's
Yes, you
where I'm
would've.
from?" But
Yeah.
that's
But
not where
can't
he
you
was.
you can
That's not where he
dimension
was.
hop though, can't you?
After a long rest, I can.
Ah.
Could the queen just bring you back though?
If she feels like it, maybe.
She's like, yo, send me back to war.
Yeah, see?
Send me back to battle.
That is
What?
her.
Uh,
Let me see if that's her full turn.
watch out for the specter behind you, Venom.
I ain't afraid no ghosts.
Should be.
Ooh, she will. She'll end her turn right there. And then it will come to the Spectre's turn, and the Spectre will look at. I guess it's gonna go for Sir Venom because you're the closest, and it will just try to hit you, and it's gonna miss. Can't get through your
But-
magical armor.
Even if it critted me, it wouldn't be able to hit me.
That said, as you're all about to take another round of combat, you hear a loud crack behind you. And from the dust of the arcane magical teleportation, you see 6 red-robed figures looming on a balcony back towards the center of the city. Everyone pauses mid-combat, stops and looks up. You all instantly recognize 6 red wizards of Thay.
Huh.
Well, shit.
A booming voice comes from one. Where is the book?
Audible gulp from Riku. Gulp.
Hmm.
They sort of survey the scene. They point at you, Riku, and they enter the fray.
You know, the spider lady has it. We're trying to get it from her.
You can roll a deception check on that if you would like.
A 10.
Let me roll against that for a moment. He looks at her,
Oh my god.
and then you can see him say to all of
Ah,
the red wizards, "Kill them all."
Aw.
That said, it is Cass's turn, and he is going to.
So this is round 2.
This is round 2. He's going to shapeshift as a bonus action into a cloud of mist. And you see this cloud of mist, flying speed of 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20. And he will use actually his action to move as well. Let me think about this. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, he's probably going to just bounce as cloud of mist.
I'm
He's
guessing
gonna
we
use
don't get attacks of opportunity on mist.
Correct. He's going to use all 40 feet to go here and rematerialize. Actually, he's just going to stay as a cloud of mist.
Still heal up as a mist.
No, he'll come back. Actually, he will become fully corporeal again. So he lands on the ground there, and you can see that he begins to heal. So his wounds begin to stitch. That will be his full turn. These guards are going to try to run, and they're just going to get cut down. I'm not even going to bother with these guards. These guys get deaded. So there are no more guards fighting the vampires and stuff over here. And Methramar Arasume is going to attempt to charge through with a strength check. Oof.
Oh my
And
god.
he's going to fail that. He's going to be buffed back and will end up here on the edge, struggling with the drow captain. These house captains, they are going to try to kill him. 16 is a miss, I believe. Yep. 16 is a miss. 17 is a hit. Since these are the captains, they do quite a bit of damage. 15 points of damage on him. And they're locked in combat with him. This drow captain is going to run up. It does have sunlight sensitivity, however, so it takes disadvantage on its attack rolls against you, Riku.
Oh,
So it gets three attacks.
I have 27 AC.
Okay. So that's going to be 2 misses by the looks of it.
He needs to double crit to hit me, it looks like.
Okay. So then that's all a miss. Let's see. Who else should I bring in? I will bring in this drow captain as well. And they will take some attacks at disadvantage. And they'll take an attack at Sir Venom right here as well. That's going to be a 17. That's going to be a miss. And then one at Axel. Also a miss. Some drow assassins. They will begin to move up into the fray. Just going to move a bunch of these guys up. Some of these guys are going to be a pain in the ass to move around, but that's okay. Vampire spawn. This is where it gets real interesting. They're going to go this way, crawl underneath, and then come back up and around. And this is going to be their entire turn to be able to do this, but they're using all their movement and their action to do so. So they're going to enter the fray.
They're taking damage inside that light.
Yep. And they'll go here. So this one's going to take another 20 points of damage, and they will not regen at all. Let's see. $33. Okay. And then we'll do them. Riku, what would you like to do? And I'm just going to move up characters while you
Should
take
we?
your turn.
I feel like this is a scenario where we should discuss what our plan is, so we can work together on our turns. Is that cool?
How can I yeah, go for it.
So we have a choice whether we want to stay and fight all these guys and these red wizards, or try to extract this anime looking guy that's our friend and get the fuck out.
How are we gonna get out? I used my teleport already.
That's why I'm asking what our options are, because
Yeah, I would need a full minute to cast teleportation circle.
It's 10 rounds.
okay. So we
And I'm
have.
guessing while I'm doing that, I wouldn't be able to do anything else, right?
Yeah, you cannot be interrupted.
I feel like we're gonna want to be spread out with all these friggin' wizard guys just watching us, because they're probably gonna do some crazy shit.
Well, it seems like Kaz is gonna start dealing with them.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, another round, we'll keep the fight going, and if another round it looks like we're kind of fucked, then we should reassess
Yeah.
the situation.
Am I able to edit this circle, Nick?
Which one is it? The yellow one?
Yellow one? Yeah.
No, but now you should be able to. I just unlocked it for you.
Ah, perfect. Okay, so um I have 3 actions. And as one of them, I'm going to say this is my hasted action. I'm going to expand the circle, but I'm just moving down so I can make it a little bit easier to measure.
Okay.
Let's see. How do I It's 20, 25.
Yeah, I think that's about 30. I think that's good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares out. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that's an action right there. I've expanded the circle, so all those guys south, they're now taking they're feeling it. Let me lock it. So if I think this doesn't matter. Oh yeah, you're the only one who can unlock it. Interesting. But I'll move my guy back where he's supposed to be. And I used my hasted action to expand the circle. I think I can do it the full. Let me just double check. I can do it the full amount. If I can only do it like 5 at a time, I think it's the full amount. Okay, I can only do it 5. Another 5. I'm gonna not do that then. That's a waste. Can you unlock the circle again? Actually, I got it. I got it. I
Oh,
got it.
no, you're good. There you go.
That was the original.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Kaz is over there. Sir Venom's got the sword.
Get out of here.
I can't. I guess I'll just start swinging at one of these guys since I'm not really sure what else I can do. Actually, let me do this. I can move here, right?
Yes, you can.
No attacks of opportunity, and then do I get the flanking on this guy above me?
Yeah, you do because I'm gonna move Sir Venom fully into this square.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm swinging at advantage
Okay,
on a vampy boy. How's a 22?
He's a drow technically, but
Oh,
that is a
my
hit.
bad. Okay, so no extra D8 then.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get this, and then I'm gonna throw a little bard stuff on top. So I'm looking at a +8 on my AC.
Okay.
So our 25.
Pretty good.
All right. And I have another swing coming at you. It's a hit. And we're doing some of this. Okay. And we swing for our last time. It's looking good too.
That's very good.
All right. So that's action. Well, 3 action or three attacks plus bonus action to boost my AC. And I'm not moving anywhere else because I don't want to take attack of opportunity. Oh, he's dead. Nice.
I was literally about to ask, how would you like to do this?
Well, Rico sees that the guy's back is turned, dealing with Sir Venom, and he just starts fucking slicing him up.
Gotcha. You sort of slide in, blade at the ready. Zoop, zoop. Anything else?
I guess I will move back over here.
Okay. Keeping those vampires in the sunlight.
Mhm.
A lot of the individual drow will begin to sprint up as well. But we will move to the Zulkir. And the Zulkir is going to cast Meteor Swarm.
Uh-oh.
And it's going to be big. And it's going to be bad. I believe it's a 40-foot
Oh, that guy up there. I see.
40-foot radius. So it's even bigger than the fireball, but it's basically like a 9th level fireball.
Is there a save?
There is. There is going to be a big old save.
Can I counterspell him?
You can try.
Whoa.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like it's just a waste of a spell slot against
look,
this guy.
this guy's got a
Should I
name.
try?
All right.
What does the group think? Should I even try or just? Or
Uh,
is he not even
Like,
targeting
He
us?
looks like
Your modifiers are pretty good.
Wait, he's not targeting us. So I don't know. I don't know if I should even
Oh,
counterspell it.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, but our buddy.
Let
We don't want.
Look,
let me
I'm pretty
figure it out
sure we
first.
need our friend to take out the book.
we'll just
It's actually a little bigger.
Fuck.
maybe
than
he just
that.
wants to. He maybe he's helping to, and then going to us.
yeah.
That's okay.
We'll
That helps our.
hey,
We'll see how this plays out.
we're freestyling now. We're just
It's up to you guys. Would you like to try to counterspell him or not, Riku?
I say fucking go for it. It's only what, a 3rd level?
I don't think you. I just don't think you could. Or it would be like a.
I'm
It would be
I'm
a
like
low
using a
chance,
spell
right?
slot like every round, if not more. Like this is.
I will tell you
And
this.
you're
It's a
a
9th
bard, you're
level spell
supposed-
slot.
Yeah,
Ninth
so it
level.
would be.
I don't
So
think
what would I
you-
have to? I wouldn't know what I'd have to roll.
I
You
don't
roll
mind
what?
telling you. You'd have to roll a 19. So whatever, D20, you'd have to roll a 9 or better, basically, right? Because you're going to add 10 to it.
and then you got
think you
session.
can have
It's
10 to it.
session inspiration, and it's 9:45. So
Have you used
that's
your
it.
session inspiration
I don't
yet?
think-
I don't know who has
No,
and
I
hasn't.
don't
think
think
anybody
I have.
has.
But my thing is
I think
like
Vincent and Sir Venom both have, actually.
Oh, I did a
yeah.
lucky. I did a lucky.
You
Oh,
did a
I
lucky,
used
okay.
mine I used mine pretty early.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
I
I'm
say-
saying
dude,
he
I
could
say
take out a
go
lot of
for
these
it.
bad guys for us. So I'm not
Yeah.
really.
But I'm pretty sure we're gonna need that Methramar guy to get rid of the
I can
book.
pick him up if he goes down. If he doesn't like die for good, I can just pick him up.
But this spell might kill him for good. Also, it would be a really good fuck you to this guy if you blocked his big dick swinging spell.
Fine, I'll do it.
All right.
Counterspell.
What level counterspell are you burning?
3rd.
3rd, okay.
And yeah, like pretty good, right?
Very good. And it looks like
Yeah.
I'm just double checking your proficiency and everything. Yeah, you get a +10 to it, so it's a 24. He goes to cast Meteor Swarm, and you can see this like meteor begin to form, this enormous fireball up above him that he's like pointing to. And as it begins to shoot through the air, you cast a counter spell and use sort of a resonant magic with your voice to cause it to like the fire to die out and to puff and like a little rock to hit the ground near the tree in the center of the city.
Nice.
He kind of looks at you. You've got his attention. That being said, Vincent, what would you like to do?
Vincent's gonna dispatch these 2 vampires next to him.
Okay. Oh
And
shit, he
24
really might.
damage.
24 damage. Okay. Let me check one thing really quickly. Uh, 24 damage. Which one in particular? Does it matter? This one?
Yeah, the front one, I guess. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a hit. It's pretty good hit by the looks of it. This one's bloodied.
Follow-up shot.
Okay.
That's an 11, so we're gonna use bonus action, redirect it right behind him. 13.
That
Where's
is
their
a
AC?
miss. Yeah.
That's okay.
Do you want to
All right,
redirect it?
well then,
Or sorry,
no,
you
I,
already
already-
did.
I
That
that
was a
was the
redirect. Yeah.
redirect. Yeah. So we'll just do the third shot back at the front guy. Try to finish him off. Killing me. All right, that's all I got.
Okay. That said, it is going to be several creatures' legendary actions simultaneously. You can see Cass use one of his legendary action points to move here and then bite with the other. He's going to bite into one of these wizards. Let's see. There's a bite attack. That is going to be a hit, and he's going to do a bunch of necrotic damage. So this one's going to take a bunch of damage. He's actually going to heal from that by 26 points. And this wizard now has 26 points done to them. The Zilkir is going to cast a 3rd level spell against. Oh no, he's going to cast a 2nd level spell, and he's going to Misty Step to here. Make sure that's the right distance.
30 feet.
30 feet. We'll put him here, I think. We'll put him right there. And then the matron is going to use her legendary action as well, and she's going to use which spell? She's going to cast Hold Person, and she's going to attempt to cast Hold Person on Riku. So please make
Who's the matron?
Patrina.
Oh,
Oh, little
Patrina.
slip.
what am I doing?
A wisdom saving throw.
Advantage. Because of Hero's Feast, right?
Yep.
Ooh. So you are paralyzed unless you want to do
Wonderful.
anything to it.
I don't think I can do anything.
Okay. Actually, I will have one of the red wizards counterspell it. Yeah,
Cards.
one of the red wizards is going to counterspell it.
Wow.
Fellas,
They
this is what we call, this is a triple threat match we're in right now. A
Yeah,
let's
tornado
make sure they
tag.
succeed. Oh no, wait. Hold person. What level is hold person? Let me double check that.
Pretty low.
You said it was second.
Yeah, it is. So it's successful. They didn't even need to roll. So yeah, they counter it. Go ahead, Axel. What would you like to do?
Oh, well, I've got some questions. What's the elevation? This is like a bridge or something, right?
Yes, it is. The elevation is roughly.
50 feet.
No,
Something.
I think it's like 15 to 18 feet below you,
Okay,
down to the
Okay.
grass itself. But the
Oh,
downwards one level is like 7-ish, 8-ish feet.
okay. Okay, that's actually not too bad. And then what are the rules? Like, so this meth boy, he is in a bad spot. If I wanted to extract him and pull him away from those people, is he going to take like 4 of attacks of opportunity if I go to like pull him out of there?
You would both take attacks of opportunity if you moved yourself and another character out of those squares.
And
He's surrounded.
third
What
question,
if you go
how
to the
fucked
edge?
up is he?
He is bloodied. In fact, he's a little more than bloodied, is what I would say.
So do you think I go for the extraction?
Clarifying question. If
Yeah.
if he were to, like he said, extract him and jump over the edge, would that elude opportunity attacks? Would he have the time to attack if he
I think I
jumped over
still
the
take.
edge?
I think I
No?
still take him if I do that.
I think I think you'd have to find out, but
Yeah,
probably.
I'm
is
probably. Yeah,
what I would say.
I'm counting on it. It seems like
Yeah,
we
I guess
want
on
this
the
guy
way
to
in.
live. Like, so I'm gonna try to get him out of there. Probably gonna
I
be.
think our first priority should be us living. Just keep that in mind.
Just make him part of us.
I
You could
feel like
tank
we
some of those
made the
hits.
choice when we countered that fire thing that guy was gonna
Yeah.
do. I feel like we made the choice to get him
That was a
out.
big deal. You were helping us,
Yeah.
and you said we
So
don't need
Yeah.
your help.
I go right after you, so if he takes enough like attacks to go down,
yeah.
but not be dead, I can do a
Yeah.
little healing.
All right. Leroy Jenkins and fucking bonus action.
Like a fullback.
What is it? What's the thing I do?
could-
Dash.
You're gonna take 3 just to get there.
No, so I got to maneuver
Oh, that's right.
and I hop down.
Forgot about that.
So with a bonus action dashing, I'm gonna have 100 feet. I don't know how well I'm gonna actually keep track of it because it's a lot. It's gonna be weird. So it's
Okay.
like call that like
I'm only going to call that as 5.
okay 5 to get 5. Then so it's 20 to get over to
Are you
here.
jumping across?
No,
Like where? Okay.
I'm hopping
Jump
down to
down.
the grass and coming up,
20.
sneaking up here. Am I able to? So is this too high for me to like just jump up?
You can wall jump off of the side of the building here up onto the railing, but I would need an acrobatics check or an athletics check from you.
Oh, if I can do athletics, yeah. Well, fucking we'll do that.
Yep.
Athletics, and it's advantage, I think, because I'm raging, and I'm like super focused. Okay.
You see Axel out of the corner of your eye, Riku, jump over the railing, bound down and across the grass, wall hop up onto the railing, and with 2 hands, as he reaches up, pull himself up, and he's standing now on the railing next to Methramar Arasume.
And then yeah, I want to grab him and jump off of the ledge into the ram in for the bush.
Onto the roof. The roof's right there.
And so as you grab him, make an athletics check to grab him and hold on to him. And then I'm going to start making some attacks of opportunity against you.
27 for the.
Okay, you grab him successfully and pull him out of there. Let's see. So do you get attacks of opportunity against you as well?
Yes, yeah. We both got him.
That was the first one, and that was from the Drow Assassin. That's going to be a miss. The other ones are all against Methramar, Arasum. Oh, actually, I got to make one for the Vampire Spawn as well, but yeah. Let me do the Drow Captain against him first. So he's got a 17. Ooh. Shit. That's a critical hit. So the Drow Captain does 29 points of damage on a crit against him. I've got 3 Vampire Spawn attacks next. The first one is going to be against Axel. That is going to be a miss. The next 2 are against Methramar Arasume. Natural 1 and a 15. So those are both misses. You're in the bushes like down here at this point?
Yes, I think. So now I'm at half. I think I'm at half now that I've got him. Kind of just if I
Your
can.
shoulder?
Yeah, I'm kind of just like trying to
Sure.
think of where would be the best
Potato
place.
sacking him?
Because really, I think it would be like under, but that would be too confusing. So I might if I have the
You can
move,
go under the bridge if you want.
if I have the movement, I'm gonna shove him in this little corner right here. Oh,
Sure.
we're connected, so that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I can bring him back here.
Yeah, so
you want.
we'll be like right here. And that
Okay.
I'd assume that whole sequence is like my turn. Like I can't.
Yeah. That was your action, bonus action movement, is what I would say.
All right. So now, you know, is he he's probably super fucked up. So that's
He's pretty fucked up, is what I would say. He's nearly in the red.
okay. Yeah. So on my turn there.
Okay. Sir Venom, what would you like to do?
All right. So are we trying to bail and get out of here, or do we want to try to kill everything on this map?
At the moment, we're trying to kill everything.
I think we should try not to be sandwiched between the two groups of bad guys.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah, we should-
reposition is probably
You
smart.
should kill all the vampires and drow if you can. Now that
I
we've
do
pulled
have
Myrmidon.
a like a pull, break glass in case of emergency.
Which is
Okay. Yeah.
I would
expand
have
on that?
I would have to cast Globe of Invulnerability to like give myself some protection, and then that lasts a minute, so I'd be able to cast Teleportation Circle while inside of that.
Ooh.
Now, just a heads up, Globe of Invulnerability only works on spells of 5th level or lower. So you would probably
Yeah.
need a little bit more than that on top of that, right? So if you want protection from physical stuff, like Riku might have to use something like Wall of Force.
Oh, it only protects against spells?
Yep.
Ah. So in that case, I would have to double up. Oh, they're both concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have Wall of Force as well.
Mm-hmm.
Riku, do you have Wall of Force or anything?
No. I have
Ooh.
Force Cage, but I can't cast it because I already used my teleport to get here.
Gotcha.
Use a fireball on the all the vampire.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna probably do now.
You mean you had me cancel the Omega Fireball just so you could cast a lower one?
Well, that was to save Methramar.
Yeah, now
Could have just
Yeah.
healed
now
him.
Uh-oh.
Whatever.
I'm pretty sure that Meteor
I
Storm
never
would
wanted you to
outright
do it.
killed him with how low he is.
I thought you countering it was just an act of power. I didn't know why you were
I
gonna.
mean, it sure
I
was.
thought you were.
Yeah, it was also it was a very excellent fuck you
No,
to that wizard.
he did it to save Methramar. It wasn't just to be like, look what I can do.
I got a big dick.
Yeah, you show that wizard that your dick is bigger than his.
But also,
Anyway,
I
Pretty
think
important.
Let's
I think you would
whose
have
turn
countered
is
it
it?
thinking they were attacking us.
It's
It's
mine.
All right.
Sir Venom's turn.
Yeah, so I think I'll do another fireball. And I want to
Where are you doing the fireball?
try to hit as many of these fuckers as I can.
Yeah,
Like
get
this?
her in there.
Yeah, just like that.
Okay, she will use her legendary action to. Oh no, wait, she already used the legendary action. She will use her reaction to use counterspell on it, but she needs to roll for it.
A lot of counter spells going on.
Yeah. We're at the high level.
Okay, it
What a
is
bitch.
successful. Did you cast that with your staff or with a spell?
Oh, my staff.
Okay, then it fails and it goes off. Because the staff, I think the staff is actually at a pretty high level, and I just don't think it can be counterspelled in that way.
Yeah.
My
He's
staff is
been-
pretty fucking strong.
He's been waiting 84 years to use that thing.
78 sessions, 77
Yeah.
sessions, or whatever
Yeah,
this
like
is.
we got this staff back in Barovia.
Yeah.
Like we got it like at Sir Venom's first or second session with the group.
So what I would say is go ahead and roll your fireball. I'm going to just start dropping deads on a certain number of these guys because they're minions and they would die regardless. Depending on how well you
37 damage.
Okay, that's a pretty good one. So the drows are definitely all dead if they're in there.
Yays and
I
drows.
need to roll. Gosh, let's see. Vampire Spawn, they're going to roll some dex saves. They're going to fail. The captains. Oops, that was the wrong one. But even with that roll, it doesn't matter. They failed. The assassins. they rolled a natural 20. They're going to take half damage. So they'll take, most of them are very close to dead, is what I will say. They literally all have 3 hit points left for the Drow Assassin.
And what about Miss Matron?
Miss Matron, we will do her in a moment. Let me do the captains. They're going to take 37 points of damage. This guy's got 3.
We're just like, ew, the Red Wizard's fireball stinky. Ours is better.
Right?
For what it's worth, Meteor Swarm does do 20d
Yeah.
20d6. So
Yeah,
I
that
imagine
you
it's
might
going to be like an instant death to everything there.
Yeah, it would have like
Yeah.
straight out killed our buddy. There was no bringing him back from that.
Where did the Petrina go? Here she is. Dexterity saving throw. She succeeds.
Wow, the bitch.
So she'll only take, what is that, 18 points of damage? 19 points of damage?
Something along those lines.
Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn, Sir Venom?
And then I guess bonus action, I'll click my heels just to have that movement.
Click your heels.
So I can't cast another spell.
If I didn't make it clear before the fight started, Rico also did that.
Okay. I kind of assumed as much, actually.
And then I'm going to yell to Petrina. Like, stop spinning your webs around our friend's soul, you demon.
Nice.
Full turn?
Yes.
Okay. It is her turn. It is Petrina Velikovna's turn. And she will... Oh, gosh. She will cast Divine Flame on Axel. She'll step up to the edge of
Ooh.
this and cast Divine Flame on Axel.
Spicy.
That will be a 40-foot high column of divine fire spouts up in the area. And actually, it's going to. Ooh, wait. Maybe I'll do. No, I'll do it right here. So it's on Vincent and Sir Venom. I need dexterity saving throws from both of you, please.
Oh.
That's a fail. Yeah, I need a 20, please. That's also a fail, Vincent. Do you want to use Indomitable?
I got one. I have 2 of them. At least
Okay.
one. There
That's a
we go.
save. So you're actually only going to take half damage, Vincent. It's going to be 9 points of fire damage and another 11 points of radiant damage. So 20 points total. 10 is half. That will be her turn. We're going to play out the Red Wizard's turn. I know that it's 10:05. We're going to play out the Red Wizard's turn because there's 5 of them that can do some things. They're going to basically start lashing into Cass, and then we're going to reveal one more thing, or the Spectre will go. Actually, we'll just roll the Spectre right now. So that won't matter. Oh, that's a natural 20, so that's a hit on Sir Venom. Sir Venom,
It is not a hit.
the 24?
Nope, got to be a 25.
Oh, but it's a natural 20, so it's a critical, so it hits regardless.
Even if I cast the shield spell?
Yes.
Oh, dick.
And I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Ick, a 7.
Okay. So your hit point maximum is reduced by that much damage as well. So you take 11 damage, and your hit point max is reduced by 11.
And that's once the temp HP is gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 7 left. So it goes down by 4.
3 of these wizards cast Stone Skin upon themselves, so their AC is boosted, and they move away to here and take up positions of defense. So they will all move there. And then the other 2 are going to cast they're going to cast Misty Step to get to here, to get away from that guy. All right. And as we come to the next round, there is one final thrack. As once more, or actually this time it's going to be a gate. As a gate appears, and actually I think that's within this individual's spell list. So, yup. Cool. There is a gate that appears to the left as none other than I use steps through, followed by hordes of Myconid looking fellows and two large, burly individuals in mushroom plated armor. Well, what's going on here? And who's got the book? Oh, Roosters, it's good to see you. And it's here that we will end the session for the night, as all the combatants are revealed on the field.
Yeah, as the Spanish news team shows up.
Good session, guys.